retirees and soon to be retirees. This is Retired for Nature again, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about my Purple Martin setup. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about Purple Martins. Purple Martins have been associated with humans for a long, long time. The indigenous people used to hang up real gourds, these are fake plastic ones, around their encampments to get the Purple Martins to come around and eat all the insects that were bothering them in their crops. And now, centuries later, the Purple Martins are only nesting in man-made structures. So they don't nest in the wild anymore, in hollow trees or anymore, except for right along the west coast. There's a couple in the desert, not too many. So every year I put these gourds up, and I have them closed up because I want to keep the house sparrows out. It's late March. It's freaking cold. Today, I think the feel like temperatures are in the 20s. But the house sparrows are already making nests, and the Purple Martins aren't here yet, so it's not an issue. And there's a Purple Martin Conservation Association. If you're thinking about putting a Purple Martin house, you need to look up that organization, and I'm going to give you a link to that too. So that being said, Purple Martins have never really nested here in this county in northeastern New Jersey. So about 6 years ago, I was tending to my tree swallow boxes, and 3 or 4 Purple Martins showed up in June, I believe in June. And they were kind of checking out the kestrel houses. We have a couple kestrel houses here, although we've never had kestrel in them. And it's pretty exciting, So I called the president of the Bergen County Audubon Society. He's a great guy. And I said, well, there's Purple Martins here. And he's like, you think we should put up some houses? And I was like, well, I don't know if they're going to nest. So he said, well, let me go to the board and see if they'll give me the money. And if I get this set up, do you think you could put it up? And I said, sure, I'll give it a shot. So he did. They approved it. I got a guy from the county, a worker from the county parks department, and we put it up. So 2020 came along in the spring, and I was really excited and hoping for Purple Martins when we didn't get any. So I took it down in the winter, kept it in the garage all winter, just the gourds. I'll leave the structure up, of course. And the following year, that was 2021, nothing, so I took it down. So 2022, I put it back up in the spring, and I was looking on eBird, which I'm going to do a video about eBird one of these days. You should really know about eBird. And somebody posted that they saw a Purple Martin at this park. I was like, oh my God. So I came down here, and I didn't see any, but I'm familiar with their call. They have a very distinct call. And I heard them, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. And sure enough, 3 Purple Martins showed up on a more than 2-year-old male, which is all purple, hence the name Purple Martin, dark purple, beautiful. A female who's kind of brownish, and she has a light-colored chest, and a male that was just from the year before, and he also looks like a female, has a couple of purple feathers on his chest. And that pair made a nest, and they had 4 babies. So that was pretty exciting, especially since there were a lot of people in the know who said, you're never going to get Purple Martins. There's never been Purple Martins that have nested here. So you're wasting your time and your money. So we were able to say, you were wrong. So the following year, 2 pairs showed up and a bunch of individuals, and we had 2 nests and 9 babies. So that was pretty exciting. And then 2024, 11 of the 12 gourds had nests, and we had somewhere around 50 babies. So we'll see what happens this year, 2025. And we put up another setup. Audubon paid for it, and I kind of consulted on it. County employees put it up in a park, maybe about 2 miles from here. So that was. We'll see what happens if the overflow goes there. Who knows? You don't know what's going to happen when you do these things. So let me just show you. I'll show you a gourd. I got one more gourd to put up. So this is a gourd. It's plastic. It's pretty big, as you can see. And you need to put some nesting material in here. So I'm using pine straw, pine needles. And it's about a quarter of the way filled. Purple martins are really lazy. They make a terrible nest, but they want something in there. And they'll take a few leaves. There's some little maple trees around here. They'll take some leaves off the maple trees, and they'll make a little nest in their own. And they generally lay 5 or 6 eggs, And they get to know you. The birds are so freaking smart. Let me tell you. So I'm the landlord, and they're used to me because I come every day and I talk to them and whatever. And I can take the nest down, and some days the gores will be hanging, and a female will come down and feed the babies right in front of me. She doesn't even care because she knows me. But if a stranger shows up, they go crazy, make a lot of noise. And so I got a special thing on the winch so that I can take it off so people can't be lowering this and looking in and being nosy, So that being said, let's get this thing up. This is the last one. Where's it go? Over here. Got a little pin. Okay, that's it. So we'll crank this thing up, hopefully. It's probably about 15 feet tall, maybe a little more than that, 18. My reach is about 7. More than 15. It might be 20. Okay, now this can come off so people don't go in it. So let's see if I can turn this up so you can see. There we go. And that is our purple martin colony. Now, what happens is Purple Martin Association, Conservation Association, has something on their website. I'm making you seasick. We'll come down. Called the Scout Report. So what happens when people, this is a society. Let's at least look at some nice scenery. This is a society, the Purple Martin Conservation Association. There's a lot of people, and they're very dedicated to purple martins. So when they're first, these birds go all the way down to Brazil for the winter, by the way. And then at the end of the season, I'll bring this down. I'll take all this old hay out. I clean everything with a 10% bleach mixture, and then it goes in the garage for the winter. And then March of 2026, God willing, I'll put them back up again. So these birds come up from Brazil a little at a time. So right now it's March 27th. They're already breeding in Florida, But somebody, let's say in Virginia, will have them come to their nest, and they'll put it on what's called Scout Report. People used to think that they were scouts that the Purple Martin colony sent up, but now they know that that's not really the truth. It's just that males coming up early to get the best breeding spots, But at any rate, it's good to know. So then I'll know they're in Virginia, and then I'll check in a day or two, and they might be in Maryland, and a day or two later, maybe they're in South Jersey. So as they start to get close, I will lower this down, and I'll open just a couple of nest sites because I really don't want to get the sparrows. I had a couple of sparrows nest in here 2 years ago. They were really hard to get rid of, and unfortunately, a female purple martin that had 6 eggs was killed by one of the sparrows, and they broke all the eggs. So this is what European house sparrows do. They're, I mean, they're not bad birds per se. They're just doing what comes natural to them, but they don't belong here, and they do a lot of damage to our native birds, to the tree swallows, to the purple martins, to house wrens, and other cavity nesting birds, because they want the cavities to themselves, so they see the purple martins as a threat. So that's why they do this. But we want to keep them out if we can. So by the time the purple martins get here, most of the house sparrows will have found other places to nest, in buildings and, in more urban areas or suburban areas, and they'll leave here. And so out of all the years I've been doing this, only 1 year, 2023, did I have, I think it was 23, I had sparrows. So that being said, here we are, and I will continue this video once the birds get here, and I'll tell you what's going on. Okay, so, before you put a purple martin house like this, go to Purple Martin Conservation Association and check it out, because you can't just put this up in your backyard and think you're going to get purple martins. It doesn't work like that. You need to know about this. You need to use your brain and learn about something new, and that's really good for you. And hey, listen, people love this. It's about, I don't know, 30, 40 feet from the trail, and people sit here and they take pictures of the purple martins and they watch them and they're fascinated by them. And when I come here to do some maintenance, people thank me. They say, "Oh, thank you so much for doing this." So it makes me feel good. You want to feel good. You don't feel good about yourself. You want to know that you have a purpose in life. You don't want to sit in front of the freaking TV and watch cable news and get aggravated. So anyway, I'll see you soon. Next time you see me here, hopefully I'll be showing you some purple martin eggs. Okay, take care. Okay, we have at least 3 purple martins here today. Let's see how many. 4. We have 4. Very cool. Let me get a little closer. Can you hear that pretty little song? Really cool. So I have like 4 boxes open. I'm going to lower this down now and open a bunch more. And, they'll make a bunch of noise. Right, very cool. Very cool. It's April 18th, I think. It's kind of late for them. They're usually here before now. But we'll take it. Okay.